everyone, I'm Angel Wu. Welcome to Taiwan is my home. When young, had you ever made paper houses at class? Today, our first guest made houses of paper. From Canada, he and his wife had ecological thoughts. Many years ago, they started to recycle wasted paper already, but paper piled more and more. What should one do? Can use his industrial experience then. And the paper houses he made not only put there just as a symbol of environmentalness, not only don't fear of the wind and the rain, but a comfortable house for people to live in. What is your ideal house? A Canadian John Ross built his own house with his own hands. It also helps to reduce the noise. Put some water after the paper brick dried up, like sponge. Sprayed water, the material is more firm too. Ross used a brick for bonder. One painted on the wall that looked a bit like concrete is all paper pulp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paper brick is into heat, and Taiwan is all hot, especially Tainan. It also helps to reduce the noise. Actually, we're next to the factory. We would hear noises. Luckily, they don't operate much, would be noisy. But in my building with these paper bricks, there would be no noise. This came occasionally. 6 years ago, John Ross and his wife Wu, for the sake of environment, recycled tons of old newspapers. These piles of papers, a friend mentioned it could be used for constructions. John Ross really minted to turn them into a paper house. 6 years, their paper house through several typhoons and earthquakes, it still survives. Feeling that fun in it, knowing their farm is their 5th hut. I built houses since I was 18. Fortunately, I am flexible, really very special. I see the detail. I can build the same one. John Ross worked in New Zealand last time as a supervisor to the foreman. The basic skills in constructions is easy for him. Use brain to solve is the fun part about building house. At first, fearing the house would be damped, Ross thought of lifting the house higher and discovered another positive part, a total natural air conditional system that don't use energy at all. Air come from the west and the east, so the air can go through there, blown from the bottom. Don't need much money, adapt natural environment. Comfortable then, Ross said he realized this philosophy when he's young. I grew up in the wild. Most time I live outside. We don't have much money, but it's okay. No shops in the place we live, no shops, no telly, no radio, so we find amusement ourselves. Tomorrow I can cut the woods, making houses. Now trees are not cut, instead the wood are turned into papers. For writing and printing can have new use. His skills to build houses is much higher when he was young. This is a machine that makes newspapers into paper bricks. It's designed for himself. Newspaper soaked, just grinding it into paper pulp needs many time. For paper brick to shape, needed concrete in earlier times. But he don't use much cement nowadays, because he discovered another material is the recycled ones. Needed more money, they use PET bottles. This is a common way of making bricks. Seen it in the internet, but I need to consider some factors. There's many bricks. You can buy empty bricks. But empty with PET bottles, it's actually quite complicated. Needed machine and stuff. What I want to make is, I want to let here to have some air. needed air in the bricks. Empty bricks, so I fill it in the water, make it have space. I use paper, recycle PET bottles. Okay, break done. Light but firm newspaper's house is the fifth already. Gone through many tests of wind and sunburn, but there's something that makes Ross angry even now. There's always people who doubt this firmness. He must have used concrete and stuff, not newspaper. Oh, make one angry. Fellas, if this isn't your newspaper, why don't you use a knife to cut it? This time, Ross' wife Wu is a crucial, comforting character then. We can't like either one. The feeling is strange. Actually, I'm alright. I sit here, not running around anywhere. Especially artists, you need to appreciate his things. And he makes these things for using or for appreciation. Even I don't understand, still need to listen. Should save it well if he makes it. In Wu's eyes, Ross is not only a man who makes machine himself, an architecture engineer, he is more like an artist having high degrees. Ross had been to many countries. Decided to stay in Taiwan 11 years ago is because there's someone who understands him so well. Wu was a cram school teacher then, putting down her work officially, concentrating with husband in the farm, planting trees, using original paper brick to build houses. At first the farm, he actually thinks this part is a useless farm, but he wants to change this place into a useful place. That's what he really wants to do. He's making everything useful, including his environmental friendliness. Making the ideal newspaper farm dream come true, he opened up his fame in Taiwan recently. Ross put more effort to play his environmental idea to the fullest. From Japanese old houses that is taken apart recently, materials saved, he made into this Japanese house that is full of windows. Bottle house, because of the decorations on the wall, is all recycled bottles. Bottle with English bottle has similar pronunciation, and this is a restaurant in the farm filled with small and beautiful ongle bags. It's made with the children that came into farming experience. Colored windows in this is also made by Ross. Tai Chi picture on the wall is what he is good at. Green and red, walk and stop, same like the concept of Tai Chi. Then things in the world wouldn't stop there. There must be a change. Ross encouraged themselves this way often. Because their environmental farm, though full of people, there are a few people who duplicate their newspapers' houses. Most people fear can't do the same. There are churches who saw our architecture. Looks like church inside. I said if you want to make churches, I can give you all the support. I can give you suggestions. You can do it. 5 years, no news. But it's okay. If it's 20 or 30 years ago, I would try to persuade them, but now I'm just doing it for fun. Then just have fun then. Ross with broken t-shirt worked in the broad farm really freely. Sometimes stopping to play with his dog, sometimes feeding fishes in the pond. There are 6,000 fishes approximately, mostly tilapia, just one, red then, now white. The only one with a name, I called it John. Like himself, the only white fish in the pond, like foreigner in Taiwan. Feel lonely? No, why lonely? See these friends. When they swim, other fishes would be together. No fighting, just swim straightly. That is why I love Taiwan, like how they accepted me. Everyone says, what's your next step? Actually, we don't have next step. He have what he should do every day. He don't plan what. What he saw is always changing. He don't like repeating things. So building so many newspaper houses. Ross' new idea is to let it be more than 2 floors. His paper brick is light enough to want a press first floor firmness, stickiness of the pulp he believes it can endure, to test to go another story. And this eagle stand to build houses, then why don't I build it for real houses to support second floor? Calling the new house Starship, imagining himself as a captain. In Ross' mind, a little boy lives in. I want to make a tower. I never made a tower. Second floor is the living room. Third floor would be my workplace. Shelley don't like that tall. But in the tallest place, I can see China in the west, north as Canada, everywhere. But the base is Taiwan's. I've visited many famous sites in the world and lived in many countries. In my opinion, Taiwanese are the most industrial people, very hardworking, and with determinations, and very, very friendly. Just like what I said before, I really love Taiwan. Some years ago, it was said China would attack us. Many foreigners left. Taiwanese want to left too. I'd say, let's go to the sea. I would hit them back with a bat. John Ross loves the nature, especially when mentioning about Taiwan is so straightforward. Anyway, this environment, these people give him abundant space of environmental protection. Nothing is a problem. If one wants to solve, try to solve it if it happens. Staying here forever doesn't mean everything is perfect. There's nowhere is perfect. Every day, Ross worked busily, hoping could finish building by New Year's Eve. Later, what does he want to do? He didn't stop, still moving. Welcome back to Taiwan is my home. Actually, art pieces, not only museums, or to be displayed in the gallery. Art could be something that we can enjoy easily in daily life. Our next guest we're going to talk about brings art piece to everyone's dining table, coming from Japan artistic sense that he cultivated, besides strong insist. He actually had a pure side of Taiwanese. When he was interviewed, insisted to speak Taiwanese at all times. Hi, hello. I brought things here. Wait for long, sorry. Lin walked in the restaurant not for dining, but to make rice here more delicious. From Europe, made by Japanese artist. This, that, all pretty. I think this is very pretty. Okay, I use this, okay. And one more, you see, this is beautiful. Wait, I prepared some things. Could place these. Oh, beautiful. Japan-born Chinese had a doctor father, Lin, who had wealthy life. Actually, he didn't need to have tiring sales life. But just like other Japanese, he had insistent feelings to beauty, creativity, and ambition. High-class diners can combine with hot food, and his placing technique, the transparent light brings out the temperature and color of the food, more vivid and full of variety. Or other sauces put in bigger plates. Put other sauces on the next. This place is also good. I can also put the garlic sauce, is okay too. If it's not enough, put it there. Yes. I think this is more gorgeous. Lin is completely a Japanese. Actually, his father is born in Taichung. His parents are immigrated from here to Japan. His father sick 3 years ago. He went back to this unfamiliar homeland then, using unfamiliar Taiwanese, started his life of immigrants in Taichung. Half English, half Taiwanese, a bit Chinese. So it's all correct in this way. All right, if I understood, that's important. Had to be understood and see other faces. When clients are busy, Lin would put down sample and go. The considerate of Japanese is expressed. He knows good things can go through tests. When clients are busy, won't be that interested to my products. If I go, I would just put the things there. At first, I would be a bit sad, but 3 times when clients understand my things, I feel happy. Hearts of diners in Japanese restaurants are product of Lin's agency. Chatting with Chef Tooch from Japan, eating home food is also the way to relieve homesickness. After all, Taiwan is his parents' homeland. To him, no matter how he likes, still unfamiliar. The same habits like Taiwanese after eating then start business. This is a very delicate piece. Not a normal interface because it's special. Though its Japanese dish could be used on other dishes too. Easy to arrange, yeah. Looking easy drinking sake with Japanese chef, this is actually business too. Just the bottleneck of the sake. If could stop the leaking, careful Lin had to go through test first. Cups and plates on the cupboard shining each, because he would put on gloves, wiping and talking to it. This is very pretty. Would the cup feel happy? Oh, I'm happy to wipe the cup. Happy. Yes, of course. I like it. So I started this business. At first, Lin only collected art dishes of Japan and Europe, especially antique coffee cups. Long stayed in Taiwan 3 years ago, he thought for a while, decided to exhibit his beautiful collections. Zebra. Yes, zebra. It's all drawn by hand. So, great people draw it beautifully, draw beautifully. People not so good don't draw so nicely. Love these beauties from heart, knowing these are all handmade by the creators as to give birth to a child. Other's child must be taken well. Things they made is just like their own child from Taiwan. How to introduce? Would worry. I'm also taking artist things. Children of artists have to cherish, sell this way. Taiwan is his parents' hometown. Japanese is his own hometown. Having emotions for both had each unique beauty. Lin went himself to every workshop of Japanese art masters, from Hokkaido to Shikoku, all go in person, insist face-to-face, use sincerity, take down exclusive agency. What's important is telephone shopping, then sell things to Taiwan. It's very unmannered. I think like this, so let me meet in Hokkaido. How is his workplace like and how he makes see it seriously, hardworkingly. I listen to artists to speak, to understand. After understood, then sell it in Taiwan. Something interesting is, immigrated to Taiwan for 3 years, he discovered the hardworking part of Taiwanese. For example, Japanese sometimes say next time, come again as a manner. Come play next time, let's go out, drink and chat. This isn't a real invitation, no. It's a manner. Friends would know too. Sorry, better not to go. Taiwanese mean it when they say. Oh, one time I didn't go to Ju to manor. Friends say, why didn't you came? Angrily scold me, then I knew. Then you knew. For Taiwanese, have to really go. So besides have to go back to Japan for work, Lin stays in Taichung at the most. Really like it. Last time when I go back, I went back to Japan for 3 weeks. Want to come back to Taiwan for a week. Japan is a good place too, the place that I was born. But now my life is more used to Taiwan life now. So if go back to Japan, friends, working partner should talk cautiously. Friends unhappy, I would worry. Keep worry for nothing. In Taiwan, I can speak what I think, all friendly. If I spoke mistakenly, everyone would say, okay. Let me feel, easy. Japanese-born Chinese Lin found that he likes this easiness in his personality here. No need for oppressment, so this unfamiliar land became his second home slowly. But speaking of wishes and dream, he is serious again. To express clearly, but to respect us, he went to think in the corner by himself how to speak in Taiwanese. Practice again and again after smooth. Use it every day, happy every day, like this. Life is great too. This kind of people is more and more. I'm happy too, because these things are made by effort. Owner is an artist too. I went many times for social. Clients ask me, these things is cute and beautiful this way. With more of this kind of client, I'm happy. This is my dream. Insist to express language in different hometown. Let us heard his sincerity. Understand too why these creators far in Japan would give him their child assuredly. Let beauty of his hometown live with gourmet, shining bright in parents' hometown. The 2 stories just now, no matter indoor or outdoor, let us see, just use more mind to it, can earn money too. A more exquisite life ahead. Thank you for watching. See you next time.